What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, guys, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you get over to Instagram, give me a follow, and then, hey, give me a DM to say hello. If you want 5 free stocks, Webull is going to give you 5 free stocks. When you open up a Webull brokerage account, put at least 1 penny in that brokerage account. They're going to give you 5 free stocks valued up to $9,600. So after the video, I want you guys to go to the description box of the video, click on that Webull link, open up your new brokerage account, go get that free stock, go get that free money. Well, guys, I just wanted to check in on you to see how you're doing in 2022. Hopefully, you set some goals and you're tracking those goals and you are doing everything you need to do in order to accomplish those goals. The key to success, guys, is number one, you having to define what your success is. And then once you do that, you got to put a financial plan in place in order to get there. And you know, I talk about that quite a bit here on the YouTube channel. That financial pathway. See, we all have greatness inside of us, right? And that's one of the reasons why at the end of each video, I say, keep chasing your greatness, because we have greatness inside of us. You know, the question is, are you willing to do what it takes to pull that greatness out of you, right? I think you do have what it takes. I think you just have to put that financial pathway in place, and every day you should be doing something to get yourself one step closer to accomplishing whatever your financial goals are. More importantly, accomplishing whatever your life goals are, right? Financial freedom is just part of that life goal, right? Another goal you should have is health. You know, you should be doing everything you can to preserve and maintain your health. That includes getting out and getting you some exercise. That includes putting yourself on a good nutritional eating plan, right? I don't like to say diet. I just like to say nutritional eating plan. Why? Because some of us are vegan, some of us are, non-vegan. It doesn't really matter. It's your individual choice. The most important thing is that it's healthy, right? Combined with exercise. We have to make sure we get out and make sure our body is at its top condition, right? Body, mind, and soul, right? If we're going to chase this financial freedom thing, which I believe all of us want to get there. So what are some practical things you can be doing in order to get yourself one step closer to financial freedom here in 2022? Well, the number one thing you need to be doing, guys, is you need to have income. You know, believe it or not, I get this question quite a bit from folks down in the comment section of the videos, through DMs on Instagram, is, hey, what's the first thing I need to do to start building wealth? And I always tell them, the first thing you got to do to start building wealth is you got to have some income, right? See, you can't build wealth unless you have income, right? Income is used to invest in assets to multiply that income, right? So that's the number one thing you do. You gotta have income. The second thing you want to make sure you're doing is living on less than what you make, right? So if I'm making $2,000 a month, my goal should be to live on less than that $2,000 a month. Let's say I live on $1,500 a month. Now I got $500 a month that I can take and start multiplying it, right? So it's really, really critical that you live on less than what you make. How do you do that? Well, that leads us into the third thing you need to be doing, which is living on a plan. And all that is a personal budget, guys. We all should have a personal budget that we look at on a weekly basis, right? We should know exactly what our expenses are, and we should know what our income is, right? We should know what income is coming in and what expenses are going out. That's a budget. That's a personal budget you should be keeping and you should have at all times. Because if you don't know how much money you got coming in or going out, guys, I'm not sure how you're going to invest, right? You can't invest unless you have money left over. And the only way you know you got money left over is if you're managing what's coming in and you're managing what's going out. Another thing you need to be doing in that personal budget is making sure you're looking at your expenses and identifying your wants versus your needs. I think a lot of us get confused with our wants and our needs. See, our needs are things that we need and that are essential to life: shelter, food, clothing, transportation, right? Things like that are essential. Insurance, health insurance, that kind of stuff. That's essential to life, right? You know, wants are things like going out to dinner, going on shopping sprees, taking luxury vacations. All of those things are wants. So you have to understand what your basic needs are, and those are your essentials. The wants, we really should be, putting on the back burner. See, we can do all these things that we want to do once we get to the enjoyment stage of wealth. But while we're in the building stage of wealth, trying to build our wealth, we should be taking every dollar, every free dollar we have, and investing it in assets that will multiply those dollars, right? And you guys often hear me say this. We have two choices with the money we make. The first choice is we can spend that money and make someone else wealthy, or we can save and invest that money and make us wealthy. Those are our two choices with our income. Choose wisely, guys. Let's move on to step 4, which is pay off bad debt. I get this question a lot too. Hey, Richard, I got $5,000. The market is presenting an opportunity where I can put my money in the stock market and hopefully, from a long-term standpoint, multiply it. But I also got $5,000 in credit card debt at 15%. What should I do? Should I go after the stock market play to make money, or should I pay off the high interest rate debt? 100% of the time, you should pay off the high interest rate debt, guys. And here's the reason why. At 15% compounding daily interest, guys, man, that $5,000 you owe, you could be paying $15,000 by the time you pay it off over a long period of time. Also, the likelihood of you getting a 15% return on your money in the stock market at this particular point, or even long term getting a 15% return, is not likely, right? Especially with over the last 90 years, the stock market returning between a 7 and 10% return on your money. Why would you think you're going to get a 15% return over the next 5 years? You probably won't. So the best course of action for that money is to pay off that high rate credit card debt. Once you get the credit card debt paid off, then at that point, you start dollar cost averaging into the stock market every single month in ETFs or index funds that will build your wealth. All right, let's move on to number 5. And that is save and invest. Now, we went through the first 4 financial pathway steps, right? 1 is income. Number 2 is live on less than what you make. Number 3 is live on a plan, which is a personal budget, right? And then number 4 is pay off bad debt. So that's number 4. And then number 5 is save and invest, which in my opinion, that's the most critical step in our financial pathway. Why? Because that's the step where we actually build wealth and we create passive income through buying assets, right? Assets that will generate income at some point for us. Now, when I say save, I'm talking about you should be, saving money, number one, in your emergency fund. So before the invest part comes, let's save. We want to save 3 to 6 months in our emergency fund, right? That should represent 3 to 6 months of your expenses. You should tuck that away in a savings account at your local credit union, your local bank, and don't touch that money. That's for an emergency. That's for a bump in the road. Now, once you get that emergency fund established, then we move to investing. Then we want to take a certain amount of money every single month and invest it in assets that build wealth. It could be invested in the stock market. It could be you saving up to buy a piece of real estate that produces income. It could be you investing in a business that you've always wanted to start and you believe you got a great opportunity to make money in that business. So it could be that. But nevertheless, you need to start multiplying your money, right? And the way you multiply money, in my opinion, is by putting that money in an asset that will grow it over time. So that's what I recommend you do in step 5 of this financial pathway. Now, if you want to do the stock market, certainly you can do an S&P 500 ETF. You can do a total stock market ETF. I really believe you should be in the broader based stock market where you got diversification. You're not picking individual stocks. You're simply picking ETFs that track an index or a sector, like the S&P 500 or the total stock market. Of course, if you want to go real estate, I always say go 1 to 4 family dwellings. Why? They're considered residential. You're going to get better loan rates and loan terms. Plus, everybody needs somewhere to live, guys. So no matter if times are good or bad, if you got a piece of residential real estate and you're taking care of your tenants and you're willing to reduce the rental rate to whatever market is, you'll always have a tenant in that property and it'll always cash flow. Well, there you go, guys. Those are the 5 steps that I teach in that financial pathway. And these are the things I talk about, guys, with people in my financial mentoring and coaching sessions. Well, drop me some comments. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about the 5 financial pathway steps. Again, if you want those 5 free stocks, Webull is going to give you 5 free stocks. When you open a new Webull brokerage account, put at least 1 penny in that brokerage account. They're going to give you 5 free stocks valued up to $9,600. Guys, go get that free stock. Please go get that free money. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. You can see it in your mind. You can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. And I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace.
Today's video is sponsored by my company, RF Financial Consulting. And in my company, I work with individuals just like you through financial mentoring and coaching sessions. And in those 1-hour sessions, we talk about strategies to help you get to your financial freedom, whether it be through real estate investing, stock market investing, creating additional streams of income, credit card arbitrage, or starting and growing a business. If that's something that you might be interested in, there's an email address in the description box of the video. Send me an email and let's discuss if I'm the right fit for you.